first bird. Blue obtained the first bird. That tower looks pretty roughed up. Oh, wow. I almost feel bad for the cleaning crew. Almost.
Hello everyone, Senpai back here. So as you know, I lost my win streak and it was at what, 23 or something. And that's not counting the AI matches. If I count the AI matches, I would probably be close to 30. But yeah, so I was actually recording because I built a new deck, and for some reason my recording, when I brought it over to the editor, it corrupted the files. But luckily they do replays, so I can actually show you the new deck and actually walk through, and I'll just do a commentary. So this video is basically, it's going to be a commentary. As you see here, I got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 or so. I think about 12 win streak going with this new deck. Let's hop in and I'll show you what I had changed and kind of what I talked about before I switched. So this was the first deck that I used, which is called the first deck she got. Yeah, play on words there, don't worry about it. So this isn't an end game deck build. There's so many AoEs, so many counters to this with spells or units such as like this or this. There's melee, there's where they can summon and they'll do like a cone shape in front. There's blue golems that can be like summoned like way back here. This one can land and then roll. So with this deck, basically you're trying to flood them with enemies by getting some spawners out, getting counters. So if they throw their land, you throw your air, such as that. And then, you know, there's some AoE and then some for getting in near their base and also doing some damage to units as well. But it's not an endgame build. There's actually no real strategy besides this trying to swamp the enemy with this deck here. So I went ahead and I built this deck. I don't have a couple of the cards that I actually need for this deck. So for this deck, it's basically you're going to summon stuff with Taunt, Divine Shield, or different shields, or even this where it does upon death she grants rage to 5 nearby friendly minions. And if they are the Empyrean, I think that's how you pronounce it, minions, they also gain Divine Shield. With this one, this card here, it burns 4% of her max health, but you take healers here. This is a healer deck that sponsors or backs these people up, especially this one here that has 600 health, but it spawns with half health and slow, so it spawns with only 300 health, and it's only a 3, right? For 600 health and 70, if you can get it up, it's actually pretty good for a 3-star. So you throw that out, you throw this out. You have to save up at the start until you have a combo. If you have this one, just save up till you have like the 7 for these or whatever. And this actually has counters to minions as well, those swamps. So this is a counter to the swamp. This is the swamp when you're going to get swamped. Swarm. So this is a counter to the swarm. This is a counter to the swarm, but not, this is ground, not air. This is counter air, counter air. Counter air and counter air as well, and this one also counters air unless there's a wounded enemy, then it heals. So what you would normally take for this build, let me find it here, I believe, oh, it's going to be in crafting. So for this build I'm going to need one card here. Let me select the faction. I believe it's going to be this one here. No, wait, it's not that one. What? I thought it was that one. Divine Shield activates. Taunt. Holy Light. Did they nerf it? I thought this was the one. Yeah, this should have been the one that did a knockback too. They might have actually just nerfed it. This one had, oh yeah, it is armor light. Never mind. Yeah. So when this brother takes damage, his radiant armor explodes to damage and knock back enemies. And this knockback is going to be important here in a second. And then it gets gain divine shield when armor of light activates. Boom, holy shield that makes the wearer immune to damage. And then it has taunt as well, which is going to be really good. So the healer here will keep pushing forward even while it heals. If one of these are engaged, it will keep pushing forward and it'll push forward past these ones, and then it will start taking damage from the wave. That's why this knockback and knockbacks or taunts are really good. The knockback will actually keep pushing the enemy back, and so your guy here will keep pushing forward, and so will this. So there's that right there. So that's one of the ones that I'm missing for this deck here, and then I'll probably take either another healer or one of these as well, and then get rid of one of these cards here. I'm not too sure which one I'll get rid of, which card. I don't know yet. Maybe this right here. Maybe. I don't know. You got to think about that. So how does this work? Let's go ahead and go to social, and let's go start checking these matches out. Oh, it's got to reload here. 1 second. All right, so let's hop into the first match here. So after my loss, I created this deck, like I said, and it has about a dozen wins on a win streak already. So I went, like I said, 23 win streak, loss, tried a couple decks, didn't really work. I lost a couple more, and now I'm on my win streak again with this deck that I've created. Let's watch the replay here, and we'll just start going through all of these matches, and I'll do a replay. But that's the premise of this deck, is it's building up your front line. So right here, I don't have anything. I would like to place this, but I'm going to go with range just in case they summon a range user, and this with the shield. So a lot of these cards, you'll see, let's see, so this one has like shield, bulwark, shield of light. These have shields as well, so they can take that first hit. I'm still not getting what I need. I'm getting bad draws here, just bad draws. I'm giving up this side a little bit. So now I place these. These will speed up as they go, and then they'll attach on. Only one can attach onto an enemy at once, but they can attach onto here, and you'll see there's 120 damage right away. So I was debating on what to do, what I should put. This one is a range as well. So this one has Legion 1. So when it gets played, it will put a random card in that's with the Empyrean army. And that will, when it gets draw, is a freebie, I believe. It'll be a 0 card. I'll just double check for you once I get out. I believe that's what it is. CC here, he's trying to take down down this one finally. So I got the healer here. This one's all healed up. It's my healer. The healer is really slow. So you got to remember, the healer is really slow. So sometimes if you spawn in one of your X-Men, like in the wood guy, the axe guy here, spawn the healer here if there's no one, so that it has time to heal as the person goes by. I'm just trying to save up. I'm trying to think what I need to do. I'm not getting the cards like for the combos. So this one has a shield here, and it lasts for so many seconds. He's almost dead. I'm taking some damage. I'm just trying to build up so I can push one way, so I'm pushing this way now. I just need to get there right to do damage. This is going to do a lot of damage. It attacks buildings only, but it does a lot of damage per hit. So like I could place this here. Oh, I do. Okay. I placed that there. Protects me from so much damage. I just need to burn him before he burns me at this point. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to burn him right. So I'm like, okay, yeah. As long as I get them, it'll burn it. So that was my first try with this deck here, and I wasn't getting the combos that I needed off proper. So I'll show you what the card does with the Legion so that you all know. Oh wait, what the heck? Did that count as a win? For the daily? What the heck? Whoa, that's a bug and a half. Just watch your replays and you win a match? Because I was at 4 out of 5 before. So just me watching that gave me... Wow, that's a bug. That's actually pretty funny. Oh, and I got the season pass now too. Let's claim that. Oh, error of the sync. Oh, I don't know what I got. Oh, the game crashed. That's a yeah, that was a bug. So by me just watching that replay, it counted as a win. That's actually funny. Okay, so my battle pass now is at 88 out of 90. I don't know what card I got, and I could probably find it if I go to cards. I might have gotten enough to go on, but I'm not going to just... I guess I could look for it real quick. I don't know why I got it. It was probably just an error. Okay, so yeah, let's go into... If I actually come out here, I can actually find out. Is it this one here? Yeah, okay. So just right click. So Legion, add a Legionnaire to your deck that will be summoned when drawn. So when you draw, it will be summoned. So they don't explain this really well. I believe it adds it to this one. I'm not sure, but it could be a different one. I've never had an extra Legionnaire added to my deck, so I actually don't know. It hasn't added. I think that's a bug. I don't know if it adds, like... Because I've summoned these before, and it summons 3, and then I think after I summon this, then it started adding to 4. Maybe that's what it is. We'll have to watch the replay, but that's what it's supposed to do anyways, is when it gets drawn or played, then it gets summoned. Is that what it said? Add a Legionnaire to your deck that will be summoned when drawn. Is that this one, or is just a single one? Because I don't think I've ever had that. So I think that's not working properly. Shield, marksman, and I was going to show you the other thing here, which is her. So she doesn't actually come with these 4 Legionnaires. They just put it here as kind of just to make it look cool. So whenever Ava's shields at least one other minion gain Legion, which is another thing, Legionnaire, that's the same thing. And then she takes reduced damage taken by ranged attacks by 35%, which is also good. And then she's got Shield of Light. When taking damage, give up to 4 nearby allies shield. And this blocks all damage from the next source, damage source, which is shield there. So that's what she does. Really good. She's actually pretty decent. And then this is Taunt, Divine Shield. So taunt for that. So let's go ahead and go into the next battle here. Okay, here's the next battle. Should load up pretty quick. That's an interesting skin. I was trying to save up and wait and debate on where he was going to put and stuff. So that shield coming in all right. She will backstep with melee attacks, but not range. They saved up, got a golem, and they got a big axe guy as well. I just need to get stuff down to do damage to them. Lightning. We're off to a bad start. We're taking a little beating here. I'm not getting the combos, but I can see the next card, right? You can see the next card, so I know it's a healer. So it's like, okay, I could probably put him down, which I did. Good. I actually can't recall how these matches went. I'm just going off of what my thought process would have been. So the healer, as you can see, healing, boom, almost back up, so almost to 600 or ready. I could throw another healer here if I get one, and that could heal my ally as well, but you know, I don't have it. I do have a 0 card just to, like, I could use it to get stuff out. Healing is coming in clutch here. Look at that, just clutch. I'm taking, like, he's taking damage from both champions and the minions there. So my ally beat that battle down there and is coming over here now. My healer is healing this one too. I got this one, but they keep moving forward, like I said, so she's going to be taking a lot of damage, but there was a couple minions that snuck in front of her, so now they are taking damage. So finally she dies, but the other healer is coming in here to help keep that one up and help keep them up. Oh, but I think oh no, she's still alive there. We've had this for quite a bit, so we should be ahead, you would think, but we're not. They are actually ahead, I believe. Oh no, we're ahead. Yeah, we are ahead a little bit. So he's throwing out another one. I got the healer. I was thinking, okay, I can heal that, but he's taking so much damage so fast. I threw those down, and they're going to blow up in the range area, but we've gotten the minion over there to finally take the match. I didn't see that at the time as well. I was too focused up top, which you never want to be tunnel visioned at one spot, right? You want to keep an eye on all spots. So that one, the deck actually played a lot better because I was getting the healers. I was actually starting to get the combos. My teammate had some of those big minions as well, where I could have thrown, if I didn't get any of mine and I got some healers, I could throw them behind his and help heal. Okay, let's go into the next battle here. Alright, next one. Let's hop into this replay here and do some commentary for this one here. But you're starting to see how this deck is supposed to be with the healers in the front line, and people with taunt to take the fire off of the healer, keep the healer up. So right now I got the healer, but I haven't gotten any of my big guys here, so I can place these here. So boom, I placed something with a shield. They placed that as well. So I'm at the top. Yeah, I always look at the start. I'll look. This is actually a pretty good minion. It keeps zapping. I think it can only zap so many times. I might be wrong. That's like the first time I've seen it. I do see it now often more with the end game. They hit my healer. Boom. This is now down. Healer's gonna keep that healed full. We got minions coming at the bottom there. They're launching their champion. I don't have the perk to stop us from taking damage, but I figured, you know, he has all of these here that are going to be firing across. It should be fine. The healer's trying to keep them up, moving forward. Like I said, the healer will keep pushing forward, but his champion's actually blocking the way and keeping my healer back that whole time. That and being slowed and stuff. I think the healer's slowed as well, which works out amazing. Now our champions are there. Here comes the healer, the healed Axeman that got placed down at the bottom. So the Axeman's getting healed. It's all the way up, so it's at 600 health, and it's constantly getting healed now as well. The balls are there to launch and then also hit the champion. We're taking a little bit of damage. It's pretty even game at the moment. So now I got this, so if they do come over, I can place it on different sides. I like to hold on to it, to place it on whichever side that they're not on. So if they're swarming us on this side, place it over here. Sometimes I'll actually use it to take fire as well. If I know they're not pushing up a lot, what I'll do is I'll use it and draw the fire. Well, my range or whoever melee hit it, because the minions tend to target the building structures first. shooting pretty far. I figured maybe get this one out is what I'm thinking I'll do. We're taking a lot of damage here. We're almost dead, and look at them. So I got this down to protect us a little bit. I might have been thinking, let us just take a whole bunch of damage and get that down, but then also save up and get minions out at the points and get them up further. So now that's the wave clear there, the little spears you launch over daggers. He's got his minions coming in. I'm launching some balls. They'll do damage. Now you see how it went like from here all the way down, right? So now we're winning. You see how the tides turn. He's got his big guy there. I tried to get the healer out on time. It's pretty slow, but it's keeping him up. Finally he went down. Boom, those got taken out. The snipers trying to take them out. We're starting to place at the bottom now to try to sneak in. They were giving us a lot of resistance, so if we get stuff here, we get across. Well, they focus on the top. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in these battles here. Normally I'll try to like talk and do this, but like I said, the file just kind of got corrupted there. This one was really close. The enemy team, did a really good job, and I wasn't playing as well as I should have. Definitely been playing. So I think that was like the closest battle we had. Normally, I think the rest are going to be pretty good. Let's go ahead and watch the next replay here. Okay, so it should be this one here. Let's hop into this one. All right. So for this one, I know what's coming up next, so I can actually save up for this, but you have to save up 10. They've already got a blue golem, we got this. So if I want to, I could play something, get this healer out and try to heal that. So that's what I do. Throw up, I'm trying to heal my ally who's taken major damage. Like that thing hurts. It's slow, but it hurts. They got the orbs on it now. They have this, but I gotta wait for us or it to launch before I put this, or else it's going to pretty much just destroy everything I throw out. So by me waiting and letting us take damage, I can get this out, destroy that, and then send it. They use their lightning. The healer, you see how the healer is just healing here, and they had like everything going on as well. The laser, the healer's just healing, and the healer's now tanking a bit as well, which you don't want. Healer's taking quite a bit of damage, going to go down here soon. But now we got our spider out, we got this. They're already like, this is a quick match. They're already at half health, below half health now. I'm throwing this down just to get some stuff to tag on to whatever. So here's going to be the lane clear there. Boom, detonate, takes out. So that's another counter towards the waves, if they do waves. So I'm throwing out the healer to cover these ones as well again. If I do get another healer, I'll throw it out as well and get 2 healers in there. They got pretty good health. They would have to target, and a lot of people, if they know what you're doing, they will target the healer specifically with a meteor or something. They'll just nuke the healer. So the healer is just back walking. I was worried about the healer there. I thought this one was actually going to take it, but I figured, let us, our champions, deal with that and let our minions push. So again, I'm giving in some of our health to make sure that we get the push that we need to actually get here, do the damage that we did. The first push that we had took them down over half of theirs. So if I can get this again going, then boom, we get that. So supporting my ally with the healers and my ally placing those big ones down took a lot of points. It divvied up our with the normal cost. Some of those big guys and stuff, you're paying 6, 7, 8, and so rather than needing to save up 10 and then still needing that 2, or saving up that 6 and then throwing out 4, needing 4 points, so needing 10 points in total before you start doing the combos. By my teammate throwing out those big monsters saves me so many points, and we just combo off each other there. Like I said, the first push there, you saw how much his health went, so the second push, and just giving in a little bit of our tower, our champions. Let's go to the next one here. So this was the one down here. You're going to see some of these names repeat, like I faced Bamboozle again here. He was down below. So we just watched this one. Let's go into this one here. But this deck, this is the decks that you need for the end game where they're comboing off each other. Waves, you see how well, like I took out that wave there, how easy it was just by throwing those ball things down and still hit their bigger minions, or just using like, so you'll see me use the daggers to clear here as well soon. So this is my deck over here. For some reason it's showing his deck here, which should be showing mine. So gotta look over here at the bottom here. Sometimes when you do replays, you'll do that. I was confused. I'm like, I don't have this in my deck, because it was like over here. So here's my deck. Boom. Throw those daggers out. Get some clear. Do some damage to these ones as well, and then still have these. This is a really good counter, this one, to waves of minions, and that's why as well you don't want to use waves at the end. There's just so many counters to waves, so many AoEs. This is a counter to it. It's a bomber, you know, it'll bomb the heck out of your waves. AoE is the best. So I'm at the bottom. That's also probably why it's showing that this as well this way. So my healer got stunned, my other guy got stunned. They're pushing really, really good here as well. They got a lot of air, and that's something that I'm taking notice, is they got a lot of air that's coming in a bit, like the bombers. So I'm like, okay, so I need to start trying to get my anti-air, the 6, my crossbows out and stuff like that. So I'm going to start trying to save up when I can to get those out. As you can see, I'm holding off. We're getting pushed. We have some air here, so I'm like, okay, I've got some air support. Got some crossbows down here. We're starting to get some momentum going. Starting to get some points from the bridges. Boom, down. I was hoping the shield would last a bit longer for the bomb, so I didn't get nuked as much, but it didn't quite work. Those getting some in there didn't do good. Threw a dagger to try to do some damage. I was hoping it would finish that off, but it didn't, unfortunately. I'm saving this for when they push up to us. I'll throw it on whichever side I need. So I threw it back here because they had minions coming in here and we had some past here. Didn't last as long as I would like, but you know, it saved us some damage. Got some balls down, so they're going to explode. Do some clear there. We are winning by a fraction, not much. His dragon's doing really good, I believe that's his. Something I've noticed about his deck is he doesn't really have anything going for his deck. Like, it's just a whole bunch of random. I think he's just hoping to counter, really. But, you know, every little bit helps me. You know, if you can get a whole bunch of minions going, and, you know, provide some meat shields for me, then it's good. My healer's doing a whole bunch of work there. The dagger's coming in to do as much damage as possible. Here's where they're starting to go down. And now they're just getting swarmed. They're trying to get the bomber out and everything to do the AoE damage, which they are. Worked really well. They're almost dead, but now they got their wave coming as well. They're throwing anti-air. They got air to attack air. Throwing some balls to try this to do as much damage to this area as possible. Boom, and that should also hit him as well, so it did. So it's a little area explosion. Throwing some more. I figured let them kind of just get to us, but keep them to a point where they're stalled and try to push out one whole way, and then keep this. Like I said, I'm keeping that. They're gonna push. I'm figuring, okay, they're gonna push with the top. I can throw it here. The healer won't heal buildings, by the way. Just want to throw that out. The healer won't heal buildings. So the air little ones, he can actually move this back and forth if he needs to save it. But he has that staff, which is really good. They have a lot of minions, like groups of minions, and so this, like I said, this is the counter to it, which is going to work really, really good. So I got the healers out. I got this healer healing this one, and this one healing the front. This one now healing as well, and we're here. This is kind of going to hopefully be the final push, is what I'm thinking. I'm like, okay, throw everything I have, throw the bombers to like try to do AoE damage there and blow up, and all the minions, and that's how it turned out. Just try to do that full push. I just full sent down the bottom. Once I saw that we have that group there, once I saw they summoned the big guy up top, not down below, it's like, okay, now's the time to do that push. Okay, let's go into the next battle here. Okay, next one will be this one here. So we're almost up there. We got 6 left here. Let's hop in this one. But yeah, you see how this is just getting the win streaks. That small little rush swarm minion deck did 23. Then I get this deck out for the end game. You gotta always adapt to, like, don't count on one deck just carrying you through everything. You gotta try to find counters to every, like, what you can so that they don't. There's stall decks that will stall on bridges. There's so many combos. But as a new player and stuff, like I said, I'm a new player. I played for a few weeks back when it first came out and then stopped. Came back. Getting the cards that you need to actually start building these decks, you gotta save up those blue crystals. So I tried to get that, the axe and the healer. The healer now has a shield, which is nice, and it's burning down. That shield did really, really well. Really need to take out that grenader. This is really good, like it hitting the building. It's actually nice little ticks. If you can get a stall deck with that, like in your teammates, you get like 1 or 2 of those out, and then you've got like buildings and firepower to actually stall the deck, like the bridges, and just launch over. I've seen stuff like that happen before. That actually worked out. Like, I don't know how often that'll work out, but it worked out. Summoned him, summoned the healer to follow. I was hoping he would last a bit longer. I don't have any anti-air, and he didn't last as long as I hoped. So now my healer's just gonna die, and they're just gonna push in. See him? I don't really have anything to counter. They put that, and then boom, he gets hit like that. So she doesn't backstep because it's not melee, it's ranged, which is nice. So this is here, should cover this as well. I was hoping I could get more to support, or I'm looking up top now. We need to kind of guard. There's so many small little minions. That went down super quick. It's an even battle so far. We're slightly ahead. Boom, boom. That takes a whole bunch of damage there. So, okay, this big guy's out. Am I going to throw this down, or am I going to save and try to do a combo and push up to the top, thinking I need these? So, boom, I did. This is a combo that I like. It's a 7-point combo, 4 for the healer, 3 for the axeman. Axeman's almost up to 300. I think what I was thinking in this battle is we need to keep both bridges and get the XP from the bridges, because we want to get Mana Frenzy before they do, and it was pretty close at the time. So I think I was just aiming to get both bridges and try to keep both bridges. was hoping this healer would keep this healer alive and do damage there. Took out the air, which is good, and I got my healer and I got this, but he's going to target. Oh, he's now taking the damage, the blunt of it. Boom, 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 boom. We're slowly hitting them down. We've almost got Mana Frenzy as well. As you can see, Mana Frenzy right here. All XP is transferred into mana. So for those that don't know about Mana Frenzy, like I know you get a lot of mana, but the more XP you get, so if you hold both bridges, you get XP faster. So if they get Mana Frenzy, like the enemy team gets Mana Frenzy, and if they get both bridges, they're going to be getting way more mana than you, and they'll just keep pumping everything out way faster. You want to control as much bridges, get as much XP as possible with Mana Frenzy. So they got the big dragon out there. I'm hoping I can get some more minions up top here in front of the healers. Boom, boom, some shield guys. I could have put it down below, but I figured they're going to try to throw everything down below and push here. With his whole team coming there, as long as I can get stuff out, that's going to be moving. They're going to be moving faster. Like, look how slow the healers move compared to my other units, right? They're trying to stall now. And they did it. I was hoping to get that healer out, I think, in time. I was way too late on the healers that are stall. So I threw this down here to stop us from taking damage. So I got some anti-air here. They just took him out. So the first attack with these ones are going to be ranged. Okay, now we got Mana Frenzy, so now I can get the combo going a lot better. And we're pretty far ahead on Mana Frenzy, so I can start pumping stuff out. Try to get the combos. Now I got these, I got a healer to heal these ones. I figure if we can take a little bit of damage, we're pretty far ahead, don't need to worry about like something small like that. So don't be spawning back here to take that. Our champions will take out a small little minion. I threw that down just to stop us from taking any damage, not like we needed it, but to do that. So you see our mana just flying up with the XP. You see the symbol here? We're just raking up XP. So there's that battle there. Throwing out those healers, like that's not the right move. That was really bad on my part. I don't know if I was just late or what I was thinking when I threw those, like that one way up there at the end. That just it was a terrible move on my part. If we lost that, it would have been because of me. Okay, let's go into the next battle here. Okay, so this one should be next here. Yeah, I wasn't really thinking that one. I don't know if I was just tired or just messing up. It's really easy to mess up on these games, but it's also really easy not to if you just have patience and wait. Sometimes maybe I was just in a hurry, I figured. So I got the Axeman and I got this, so I'm saving up for 7, which I know is coming, so I can actually throw him out, and I'll just be right at the point. Oh wait, I didn't throw him out, did I? Oh, I did, yeah, I threw him out. Why didn't I throw... Because they threw air? Is that what happened? They might have threw air, so I tried to get them out. Maybe that's what happened. The heal, just watch that heal. Get hit by the champion. I threw that to try to like get that, and then boom, I just got nuked. Like I said, they will try to take that healer out. They will nuke that healer. Not worried about these small little minions at the start, although we are taking a lot more damage. They're pushing in. They're also using Legion deck here, it looks like. Or Empyrean, whatever you want to call it. Boom. So now you see... We got 4 here. Is it? I thought it was just 3 and then 4 after that, after the first because I don't see where I'm getting that one, like I said, where it says 1 extra legion. I threw him down in the... You can throw him right down into the battle because he has that shield for so many seconds, right? So for so many seconds, he's not going to be taking damage. The healer is healing them up pretty good. But boom, he's got destroyed, getting hit by all of them. Figured throw her down, let her take that down, plus with our champions. Like I said, little waves of minions aren't going to go. Hoping that he targets mainly them. One blew up, the other one went by, and because that other one blew up, the other one stuck to him, which was really lucky down there. Not sure if you've seen that. The tanks are like really good. Air units can't damage them if they're not attacking. They can just walk up and your air units just follow, tick, 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 and then they'll get here. See? Until he's attacking, he's immune. She's just going to keep shadow stepping there. I figured let our champions take these, throw something, and then like work this way. Here's a big guy here. This is the one that I want, I believe. I might be wrong. No, that's not the hammer. Never mind. That's a different one. I believe that was a different one. The hammer on the one that I'm thinking of is more of a hammer, not a mace. We're struggling here. We're slowly losing. They're getting ahead. We're just starting to like pull ahead on the mana. As long as we can keep the mana up and get mana frenzy first, I think that's what it was going to come down to. I'm saving this if I need to put it somewhere down below or up above to stop us because we're just taking so much damage. She takes, you see her health slowly going down. 4% of her health every time she attacks. That's why you need a healer with her. She's taking quite a bit of damage. So we gain the third perk they have as well. It's pretty even. You look at how much. Finally we got a dragon out. And we have our group out as well. I figured throw him out, maybe get the healer out, try to heal up a bit. Let that one's going to take some damage. Get him. Look at the health. He's living through that. Living through the damage. The healer. Healer in a dream. Here comes another one to help out. That healer doing OP work. And now they're taking, now look at them go down. The dragon's there taking damage. We've got range to cover. And range to hit. That healer was keeping that whole top going. Freeze. Some freeze action going on. Try to push through the top there, maybe do some more damage. So now you see how the tides turned. They were way ahead of us. We were pretty much down to half and they were almost full. Now they're going down. You see how the tides has changed. The groups there, when they summon the group, again, there's so many counters to small groups like this too. If I get one of my things to counter, boom. I'll just summon this stall for now. We need to take these bridges before mana. We're almost at mana frenzy, but now they're gaining quite a bit. The healer down here going to get wiped out here. There's overwhelming. I was thinking at the time too, I should have threw it up here and covered. I'm thinking, man, we need to really cover here, but then at the same time I'm thinking, oh man, if we push, I just burn them before they burn us, but with how much they have here, I'm like, summon the archers here and just start picking at them. This one won't shadow step, but at the same time when I was thinking push this full send up there, I was thinking, no, we aren't going to be able to do it because there's too many down here, so I believe that's why I threw that there. Look at all these coming in now. This tank's going to get demolished. That tank's down. That was a high cost. So now that we got Mana Frenzy there, he's just sending a lot of little guys up. I launched and I missed, which really sucked. I was thinking I'm going to miss there too. Boom. Down. That one could have went way better as well. I don't know. I was not playing too well, though I'm winning. My teammates have been really good. That's actually something I've been really happy with. I've been getting good teammates the whole time. Makes everything way better. Gotta wait for these to load. So it was bamboozled again, which it's this one. So this is next. So again, I still got 4 more win streaks, and I'm still on that win streak. As you can see, I can't move up. So I got a pretty good win streak going again with this deck. This deck is, I'm really happy. Like, this deck is outperforming what I thought it was going to do without me even having that one that knocks back, like the one that I want, you know. So again, you gotta wait and save up. I was saving up for that. Figured, you know, I'll take a little bit of damage. I'm like, okay, I can spawn this. Hopefully I'll get enough points from my healer before she starts pushing. My teammate thought I was having trouble up top, so they threw the units up top here to help, which was okay. We were already down. It's the start of the match, and we're already down here, and it's in how many seconds? You know, you don't think that's gonna, like, they're gonna be able to do much damage, like, or you're gonna be. They don't think you're gonna be able to do as much damage too, but you see how fast you can get that damage on the towers. This is bad. I don't have any anti-air here. Threw my healer out. Figured I'd throw her out just for some anti-air. I was hoping I'd get some minions out as well, I believe. I should have actually spawned these up further. So they are range for the first hit. I'm really glad he summoned this building here. Went down right away though. They got a lot of air units. A lot of, they got a pretty good mix, like a healthy mix for their decks. Again, yeah, I'm up top, so I'm here. And this is coming in. It didn't get anywhere. This unit right here, I've seen him once before. He's actually really good. Watch how he acts. So this boom, that light damage in one area. This is such a good crowd clear. And like I said, there's so many good crowd clears. That one right there is really good as well. If you get that, if you have, like I said, that stall deck and you put him there, he's just AoEing that whole bridge. Again, there's so many crowd, like the bomber there. I gotta try that. I figured just throw that out and then throw the healer out to try to get some heals on that. This one actually got the air down, but my healer's way too far back. Again, here's another crowd clear. So if I was using that Scrat deck, it would be game over by now. It would have ended way sooner. It's a really even match. As you can see, we're just barely ahead. 300 points is nothing, but it's a lot at the same time. You know, win by 10, win by 5, whatever. Just nuked. So now I got my healer there. At least the healer got the shield on. The healer's healing down here now. Lightning to stun the healer. Try to stop the healer. So I have this one. I don't know why, what my thought process there was. Get this for some lane clear or something. Again, jumps up, one on the champion there. I think I was trying to clear this maybe. We're slowly winning, but it's mainly because my ally. At least that's what I feel. Everything that I summon just pretty much feels like it's dying. Like, sure, my healer is doing work, healing up. So I threw this up here, stops us from taking damage. When they hit it, this is going to be taking the damage here. It'll slowly tick down, but when this gets damaged, just takes damage. So if they do enough damage fast enough, it gets destroyed instantly. Yeah, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like I've been playing up to par with what I should be doing. Like I said, sometimes I just feel like, why did I do that? Like, I like to watch my replays. That's something that I would suggest. Watch your replays. Learn what you can do to improve. Like, oh, was I impatient? Like, did I just not see something? It's like, I saw it. I'm pretty sure I saw it when I played it, you know. Alright, we got 3 left here to go through really quickly. There's been some matches that I've played with this deck, I think further down when I was testing it. And the first combo I did, I really want to find that where I just instantly put one down the healer and another, and I just went there and they couldn't kill my one big guy. And I just instantly just won right off the bat. I'll see if I can find that one after. Maybe I'll post it in front of all of these here. How the deck is supposed to go with a combo when you get it against like single. It was against a solo. Again, here's a really good. I got the heal. I got the range. I'm hoping the range will be able to deal. I'm hoping to get a healer out, but I need to get something out before I can get the healer. And by the time like it's already way too late. Get him out, save up. That's what I'm pretty sure I was doing, and then throw this out, get some heals on there. The healer's going to start healing the back line here, get them all healed up. At least we got some range. Now they're spawning everything up top, right? So now my teammate can just march. They're so worried about the top there. Now I got minions as well coming in right in front. The first attack is range, going to hit from way back there, get up, trying to heal. Not doing too well, especially with the champions stuff, but we have all these. You can see now there's going down here. Got some of these coming in to grab onto these. Detonate, at least try to. So this isn't going to shadow step backwards because these are range, they're not melee. If it was melee, would have shadow stepped back. Okay, we got them down about halfway. They finally pushed because we're like saving up for all our big combos. I'm just waiting to see what they're all doing. I threw this down, protect us, you know, so it gave us more time to like get out. He threw his big guy out, I threw the healer out. We got this protecting, we got our archers attacking as well. So basically this is taking damage for us. Boom, we're pretty golden. The healer, like I said, the healer will keep marching forward, abandoning all the ones at the back. So now like I know the healer is going to go down first because the healer is way out front. That's where that pushback, that knockback comes in. So if I had that one that I want there, and it would just keep pushing back, and the healer stays back. We were taking so much damage up here with these. I figured we need to just get anything we have out at the time because now we're taking. But at the same time, they're getting demolished. They're trying to defend. We're trying to defend. It's like, okay, who can out damage who and who can defend at the same time the best. My ally too threw his archers down there, thinking up top, thinking the same thing. I'm pretty sure. All right, next one. I believe it's going to be this one here. Let's just hop onto this one. Yeah, these matches are, they go pretty quickly, some of them. And they're pretty good, especially for being like at the top tier, like top 15. And then about when you get to top 10, it changes again, so you need the cards that you need for the top 10. Although you'll get like people who troll. There's the people who will troll and do like these weird decks that you don't think that people will have them, but they do. And so they do good because you wouldn't expect them at the higher tier to have those, and they counter so good. I threw that down hoping that I would get, well, I have this healer here, so I figured the healer will heal as it walks past, and I'll hopefully have another healer if needed later on. The AoE from this guy is just killing. Like I said, there's so many counters to groups. As soon as the healer moves in the range and groups up, this will just kill them both because they're both going to take damage. So the healer constantly moving up there kind of screwed me again. But you know, it's good that they added that. I feel the healer would be way too overpowered if you don't have the healer constantly moving up. It would just be way too overpowered. Got the shield, got that. Hoping to get the healer out and get that. Hoping my teammate will defend at the bottom. At the same time, it's like, oh no, maybe not. I'll have to help out at the bottom here and let them just push. Doing pretty good so far. That shield, getting that shield from her really helps.
Red obtained perk number 2.
Got the healer down here, healing with this one, pushing up. Got some anti-air for these here. Oh, now they got the big guy. We got a whole bunch of minions there. I don't have any of that minion clear that I would like. If I could have gotten one, you know, just wipes out all those. He threw that down. I see my clear here, so I need to throw a 3 and then get another 3, so I need 6 points. I was thinking, what can I throw? I'm like thinking, well, this is free. At the same time, I could wait, and then me throwing this right then sucked. I was hoping to throw it a second later. Got that, so I'm like, okay, well, I got the clear. I'm gonna aim right here. Boom, cleared. Something I'm starting to notice at this point in the match is they have a lot of group minions that I can clear. So I threw this up here to guard from that, but our wave got cleared here, so I figured, well, they're going to attack this. I can get my other stuff down. Really want to get my healer down and heal it, but unfortunately it died before my healer got out. But my healer can easily defend. And then we've got these 2 shields up front here attacking the healer. I threw the wood guy here too, so he can get healed if needed. They nuked the healer. And that whole group, they're all grouped up perfectly. Here's another healer out. Pushing through the bottom. Pretty close match. They throw another one. He's throwing this, which it's in rage or something, berserk rage. So it's not going to be taken. And then bam. And I see this guy here. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll place here and we'll just push up. I'm waiting for that. I got it. I aimed for this little group here. Protect the tower, kind of. So the tower will take quite a bit of hits. They got the balls on us there. They're taking quite a bit. And with that as well, AoE. The healers doing work down here. Look at this here. Boom. And the balls coming out as well. So the balls are against, when I scrolled over it earlier, they do supposedly go on the air, although it doesn't feel like they do half the time. Look at the healers. The healer. Look at that. Look at this right here. Getting hit by everything and was keeping it up. The healers is healing these. This is range. This is there. You see their health is start going down. Boom. And that's match.
Blue is victorious. Another victory for
That was a pretty good match there. A lot of these matches are, you know, back and forth quite a bit, up to where the tower is, and if you get something to, you know, protect your tower, that turns the tide too. You know, throwing those that beam that gives us the shield for our champions, just amazing. So I believe I'm on the last one here. Is that 12 or 11 streak so far with this deck? It's a really nice deck. I'm really liking it. I haven't seen that champion too much. This one right here. It wasn't around, I think, when I first started playing. They added it sometime after I left. So I'm looking, I'm like, well, they have this air. I don't got anything to counter the air. I'm up top anyways. I'll just throw up top and hopefully my teammate will deal with those at the bottom. I could throw this down, but at the same time we had them coming. I'm like, well, you know, I'll try the combo up here. Unfortunately, my healer's just way too slow. They threw those little minions. We got the golem here attacking this. We got a wave coming in. He's gonna get demolished. We just unlocked ours. They're a little bit ahead on their XP. This one right here is gonna be, if you keep an eye on this one, it's gonna do so much damage. It's actually gonna help out a lot here. I threw something down here. I was just trying to stall down here and start pushing. That actually helped, that stun, because now I can throw a healer and start healing them back up. And without, if they waited a bit and stunned my healer too, would have been pretty bad. Boom, shields and everything. Stunned. The healer's just healing everything up. Now I got my AoE if needed. Aim right there. Try to do as much damage here. There's going to start going down here. And we even got their golem pinned at the bridge there, pushing up. The guy he's just taking everything. And I got a healer as well, but the healer just took so much damage, and I'm hoping that this one would go closer, but it's a range, right? Oh, and there's its lifesteal, and its attack speed gets up. That card there is vampiric, and its attack speed will go up. So they got here. I threw this down here to stop us from taking damage, even though they had that little wave there, barely any damage. It's like, okay, well, now we can throw everything up, get all this going, do one push. And I was thinking, I know exactly what I was thinking here. If they're at such low health compared to us, our champions can tank and take a lot of damage. I can throw something here to help out a little bit. But what I was thinking is if we can push up here with these, we can out damage them before they out damage us. Threw this down, one jumped on there, and then the ball's coming in as well. So we got the healer, they got his, so my healer's healing his big guy, which is nice. Again, seeing that Colossus with the healers, just, you always love to see it. At least I do. You know, whenever that combo comes out, I'm like, yeah, we've won. So if I see a teammate with that, but yeah, that's what, the 12th or 11th victory in a row. So I'm on a good little streak here. But that's the premise of this deck, having, you know, some counter to AoE to group of minions, being these, which are really low, like having a 3 that can take out the scrats and stuff and the skeletons. Same with another 3. And then having another 3 that has 600 health and the healers to heal that one. That's a really good combo there, and it's really cheap. And then having some, you know, air, anti-air, you need some range, some anti-air. These ones, it's only for the first one, so you can't really count, like you could count it, but at the same time it goes into melee for the majority of the time. So yeah, I really need to switch something out here. I was thinking either this one, probably this one is what I'm going to be switching out for the bigger guy there. I think that's would work out. But you know, if you have something that's working currently and you're not losing, you have a win streak, don't change it. Honestly, just don't change it. So I'm going to keep this until I lose. Once I start losing at the higher tiers, then I'll try swapping it out and see how that fares. But as long as I'm winning and doing a win streak, I'm just going to keep the deck the same. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you all later. Have a good one.